In episode 5, I'm going to show you how to turn this into this. What's up, everyone? Mike here. I've got a small competition coming up in October. It's a board competition. That means we get a 4x8 sheet of plywood to shoot from. And we can use whatever 1.4 products we want as long as it fits on the board. So I thought this was a great opportunity for a video series. There's a bunch of video tutorials out there about Finale3D, but there's not a lot for the beginner who's just got a small amount of space and products to work with. So this is perfect for those that have limited space. In fact, I shoot off of a 16x8 platform on my lake for my 4th of July shows. And I know all too well about working with limited space. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is set up our scene here. This is our show site. When you first create a project in Finale3D, this is what you get. You get the background and this nicely mowed, manicured lawn here. I'm going to hold down the Shift key and the 9 positions they give you by default. I'm going to hit the Delete key. Boom. Get rid of those. Okay, so we're going to go to the top here. And we're going to notice this little guy right here. Actually, let's go to the front. We'll show you. Origin Man. Whoa. There's Origin Man. He's a statue of a guy. He stands at the origin to convey scale. He serves no other purpose. That's actually not entirely true. He does serve another purpose, I found. And I will show you what that purpose is right now. So we'll go back to the top view here. So I get a 4x8 sheet of plywood. And I'm going to fire things off of the left side of it and off of the right side of it and the center of it. So although it's one position in the field, I'm going to add 3 positions in Finale3D so I can more accurately represent where things on the board are firing. So we're going to right click and say add position at this point. And if you'll notice, we have measurement lines here. And those are relative to Origin Man. So Origin Man does seem to serve another purpose, doesn't he?
You don't say. You don't say.
In a much larger show, and when you add background scenery, Google Earth imagery, etc., Origin Man becomes kind of irrelevant at that point because he sits in the center of the 3D universe here. When you import other imagery and you're trying to get things more accurate that way, he could be in the center of the field. He could be in the middle of a lake. In my case, at my 4th of July shows that I design, he's sitting in the center of the lake. He cannot move Origin Man. So we're going to use him today, but for bigger shows, he's not very useful. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put Origin Man the position I created here 200 feet away from Origin Man because I'm going to use him as our audience.
Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
And we want to center that, so that should disappear when it centers. And then 200 feet is right there. Okay, so that's the center position. Now I'm going to create another position here and line it up there, and that is going to be our left position. I'm going to bring it in as close as I can.
Really damn close.
That seems to work. And then add another position on this side, line it up, and this is going to be our right position. And I think we're about even here. So let's rename these. I'm going to right click on that and say rename, and we're going to call this left. Now we'll zoom out here. Let's actually go to the camera view front here. And zoom in a little bit. Okay, looks good. So the first thing I do after creating positions is to add a firework to the position and then get my camera views set up. So let's do that. We'll go to Window, Effects Window. And how about this one that's highlighted, the Silver Chrysanthemum? And I believe that added to my center position. It did. So you can see that's going to break way up there. So we need to be, let's preview that. So to get a good view, we need to be, let's see, is the front? Nah, it's too far. Let's go right about there, and we'll center our origin man so we have the correct view here. And I'm going to create a new camera view. And we'll call this front 2 maybe. All right, save that. So now we can go to the side, the top, and then we go back to our front view. So we'll always get that nice view. Okay, so we are done with Origin Man. He's 200 feet away. Let's hide Origin Man.
Finally, about damn time.
Play that. Perfect. Okay, that does it for part 1. We're going to get into music in part 2. So stay tuned.